Yes, my film is about someone who goes through something really hard and is trying to heal from that. And I wrote it about the feeling when you are stuck and the rest of the world and all the people you love are moving on around you and you don't know how to unstick yourself.
Naomi, tell me about connecting with Ava and how you kind of created this super close friendship dynamic together because it's like the sweetheart of the film.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we started with a chat. Well, it started with me reading the script and being like, I really need to talk to this woman. And then we talked, and I think, like, I don't know, like, in a way, the script has so informed me about who Ava is, you know, like the type of person you are. And that had already vibed with me. So I was really looking forward to just talking. And then we did, and then it was like this really beautiful, natural kind of to and fro that I think we, because we're both actors as well, was aware of. And then we kind of took that and elevated it and then continued that. So like, I guess there was not as much prep as there was just us hanging out and talking about the things we're into and joking around and singing and just hanging out and creating it from scratch.
So, Lucas, perhaps you could talk about the conversations you had with Ava going into this, about
Yes.
your character kind of creates a safe space for Ava's character in the film.
Love that.
How did you discuss that and how you were going to
It's a great
do that?
question. I don't know. I think Ava wrote a script that we all felt we belonged in. Seriously, straight
Yeah,
up. Real
like,
talk.
for real, for real, for
Real
real,
talk
for
now.
real.
Real talk. We all felt like we belonged in. And so it was easy to like be a safe space for Agnes or Ava
That's
because
really
the script was a safe place for us. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So real talk.
Thank you. No, legit, thank you.
Yeah. And so it's like, you know, I don't know. I feel like we can rise to our we can do our best. We can rise to our highest when we're doing what we love to do.
This happened on set. Can I say, like, this?
We're also like not high right now, just so you know.
I think
Remember
it's
when
the
this happened on
altitude.
set?
Yeah, I think it's the Tony's Chocolonely.
Do you remember that? We had to
It's
leave
the
the room on
Tony's
set once because
Chocolonis.
we were having a laughing attack, and it was actually really scary.
So, Ava,
Yes.
going back to you, let's talk about how making this film had an effect on you and what it left you with, because it's all about Agnes being stuck. And so the act of making the film is progression. So how do you feel like it affected you now?
That's a really nice question. Thank you. I think, like, obviously there was some need in writing this and then making it to feel connected to other people in a really lonely experience. And so I think, like, obviously there's an element where you understand as you're making something like this and putting your body through it and like directing it that you are sort of trying to do some sort of ownership, like you're trying to kind of come to terms with something. And I found the process to be very healing. I mean, like, it's interesting. This is about a thing that can make someone feel really out of control, like you don't decide where your body goes. And directing myself and acting in the film was in a meta way very powerful for me because I was saying, like, this is where my body's going to go. This is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to do. And in that way, it felt really good to be in control. And then the other side of that is like, you also as an actor, like, have to let go of control to perform. So it was like this really interesting experience of like, okay, I'm going to control what I can. And then at some point I have to let go again. Also, it was like just a very joyful experience. I met like amazing people who like I feel so connected to and love so much in every part of the process. And I think writing is such a solitary thing and it's so lonely and it's beautiful to be lonely at that time. It's so private and like powerful. But then to just accumulate people along the way who see the vision and who like get what you're trying to do is really healing. Just like that in itself is like, oh, you read the movie and understand that this is a bad thing. Like that is I'm still like processing. I mean, we shot in February, March of last year, so it's like been a very long year of processing and also like feeling joyful about being able to talk about this on my terms.
Naomi, I just want to say I love the moment with the fishbone because
that?
I love
it made me. It's
love
like my
that.
dream to have
Yeah.
such a cutting response to awful people. It's so perfect. Did
That
you enjoy
was-
that?
I enjoyed that scene so much. I enjoyed it so much because, like, I'm like a nice person, um, but there is like something of the protective thing that I feel around my friends when I know they're being disrespected. That I just felt like it was me doing that. Like it wasn't far to push for like that kind of like don't cross me, like I will cut you kind of vibe. And it felt so justified in the moment, and also that joy of like in a safe space being able to make someone feel so uncomfortable and hold it, which just does not tend to happen in real life. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so powerful. And it's also, it's funny, I was thinking about this around something else. I was like, it's so powerful when someone you love has your back and shows you in real time that they have your back. Like, don't worry, I've got this. Sit back, I'm going to sort this one out for you. And you're not even going to sweat. Like, it's just such a big sign of like friendship and love and like,
Totally.
yeah.
She
You know what
also
I
did
mean?
this like brilliant thing where she would say it and then drop the fork. And
did
it's
that.
it's like gorgeous and it's perfect and
God, it was so fun.
it was so
It
cool.
was a late night as well. Do you remember?
Yeah, I
It was the
do.
latest night. I think we didn't do many night shoots.
No.
But that one was like, because it was
At
a
that
table
fancy
scene as well.
house.
So it's like,
That
you know,
lasts
table
a
scenes are
while.
like,
Yeah, a lot of
it's like,
people.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like the most people in a scene besides
Yeah.
the courthouse, but that people were talking.
Yeah,
Everyone was
yeah,
talking. Yeah.
So, in closing, I just want to ask you each what you hope people will take from this film, and maybe we could start with you, Lucas.
I think it's good that you start with me. Makes sense.
Seems like you
no.
like going first.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I
it's
just-
just your turn, really.
It's really your turn. I
it's
think
really
you're
my
totally
movie
right.
also. So, no, let me. I think what I hope is that people get to spend time in the presence of a great artist and somebody who knows what knows like is in control of their own creativity. And that's like, to me, the gift of art is like you get to like be held by somebody's vision. So I think that in and of itself is a real treat. But I don't think that looks any certain way other than like, I don't need, like, if somebody hugs me, like, it doesn't matter what like, I can have a million different reactions to the hug. I could cry, I could laugh, I could smile, but like,
Yeah.
like just the hug is
the
what
action,
matters. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I think that's I hope they get hugged by it.
I don't want to
Deep.
say.
I feel like
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That was
this is
from
my
his-
question,
yeah.
But I think that was meant for him. Like,
Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah.